What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be doing a postpartum essentials video. It's just a couple of things that helped me during postpartum. But before we get started, make sure you guys hit the red subscribe button and also hit the thumbs up button so you can give this video a like. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so I have a 2-month-old son, so I am 2 months, almost 3 months postpartum. And these are just a couple things that helped me get through postpartum. It wasn't horrible healing. It was actually pretty easy. I did have an episiotomy done. I did have to get stitches. But other than that, it wasn't anything horrific. But the first thing on my list is, I don't know what this is called, but they give this to you at the hospital. Can you see it? They give this to you at the hospital. And when you use the bathroom or when you need to be cleaned, you just fill it up with warm water and you spray down there because you can't wipe. So you just use this as spray. I still use this sometime. I do. I'm not gonna lie. The next thing that's on the list, I saw a lot of people in their what's in my hospital bags and other videos like that. They used tucks. Can you see this? They use these, and they are Tucks medicated cooling pads, hemorrhoid pads, and they have witch hazel in them. I saw a lot of people buying these, but my hospital gave them to me. They actually gave me 2. I used up 1, but they gave me 2 of these, and I had hemorrhoids also. I think I only had 1 or 2, but I used these. Well, let me just say, in the hospital they gave me mesh underwear and these big gigantic pads, which I loved. I heard a lot of people say they didn't like them, but I loved them. So when I put on my mesh underwear, I would put the gigantic pad in there. I would put a Tux pad in there, and they also gave me some type of cream, and they gave me a foam. And I would put the cream and the foam on the Tux pad, and then I would just pull up my mesh underwear. Anywho, but also at the hospital, they gave me some hemorrhoid cream. It was a prescribed one, but I ran out, so I just went to Walmart and got the Walmart brand one. This helped a lot. This helped. I don't think the Tux really worked by itself. I think it just helped with the pain, but this really made my hemorrhoids go away, the cream. Another thing that I used a lot of was pads, and I got the Always Maxi overnight pads just because they're kind of big and thick. I still use them when I get my period sometimes. Before I had my son, I had very light period, so I could wear a panty liner my entire period and I'd be fine. But now I have to use the big boys. But I used these after I ran out of the gigantic pads because the hospital sent me home with a pack of them. But after I ran out, I started using these, and they worked just fine. And also the hospital gave me Epiphone, I think it was called. I'll put a picture right here, but it was a prescribed to me, and it was like a little tiny bottle. I used it for about a week, and it ran out, and it was fine. I didn't need it anymore after that, but I think it was like a numbing or a pain reliever for down there. That really helped me a lot. Some people use, I don't know what it's called, but I'll put a picture of the store brand kind over here. But that with the cream and the Tux, and that was a lifesaver. The hospital also gave me pain medicine. They gave me Percocets, and I took it around the clock. I think the first 2 days after I had my son, But after that, I could take a Motrin or ibuprofen and I'd be fine. But some days I would have to take Percocet. Wasn't a lot of days. I maybe took maybe 5 out of the 2 months that I've been postpartum. So it wasn't really painful at all. I thought after the epidural wore off and my Percocet wore off that I would be in a whole lot of pain. But the day after I had my son, I was able to get up and walk by myself. I used the bathroom by myself, and I also took a shower by myself. Of course, my mom had to help me in the shower. She had to help me in the shower, and she had to help me like bend down. But other than that, I can do everything on my own. It wasn't a horrible experience. I just had these 5 or 6 things that I used, and I was good to go. I was driving. Again, I wasn't supposed to drive until after my 6 weeks was up, but I was driving maybe a week after I had him. I sat on a pillow in the car, but I was fine. And I think, well, I didn't look down there, but I couldn't feel any stitches down there after about 3 to 4 weeks. And at my 6-week checkup appointment, he just looked at where my stitches were and where he cut me, my OBGYN, and he just looked at it for a quick second and said I was fine. There was no infection or anything down there, and he released me to go back to work. So I had my son on June 5th, and he released me to go back to work on July 30th, I think. So I've been at work since July 30th. I think I went back to work. I work at a school. I went back to work that following Monday because I think July 30th was a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I went to the doctor on a Thursday, and I went back to work that following Monday. I didn't work like my full shift or anything like that because school was out, but school started this past week on August 20th. So we've been in school for 2 weeks, and it's been fine. My 2-month-old does not go to daycare. I'm not putting him in daycare unless I have to. My grandmother keeps him, so that's great, and she's like 5 minutes from where I work, so if I need to get to him, I can. But postpartum has been great, and that's about it. I had those 5 or 6 things that helped me out, and I was good to go. Being a mom is great, and everything is everything right now. So that's the end of this video, and just leave a comment below of any videos you would like to see from me, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.